Welcome to Derry, episode
Welcome to Derry.
2.
I'm digging this show. I've seen some naysayers out there on Reddit, and I should know better than to do this, right? I've seen the naysayers bitching and complaining. Light spoiler alert here. The clown's not present early, and I don't care. I don't care. The show doesn't need to have Skarsgård in the makeup, in the costume, doing the same hokey dance every 15 minutes for this to be a creepy show. I think they're off to a banger start. Atmospherically, character-wise, they are not going in a direction I thought they were going to go with the pilot and the maybe they were spies that were roughing them up. They obviously they went a different way. I'm not going to spoil that, but I like the direction they're going. I thought it was a very interesting curveball. What did you think?
Oh, no, I thought it was real great because it goes into because they didn't name the guy until the episode 2. You just saw him driving around important people in episode 1. They didn't actually introduce him. They introduced Dick Hallorann as, was it Staff Sergeant Hallorann? No, it was Private Hallorann.
Private,
yep, Private Hallorann. So they introduced him, and if that name sounds familiar, that means you're a very deep person in the Stephen King lore because he is in The Shining. He is the one who was mentoring young, what's his name?
Danny Torrance.
Danny. About The Shining. So he has The Shining himself, which plays into this story.
Which is kind of interesting. And it plays in a way that doesn't change what we know about it from The Shining, like that it's referred to as his gift, as The Shining. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's got some telekinetic, telepathic, psychic abilities, whatever you want to call them, dude. And Afghaz Gaming's taking a little break from Return to Moria. We're gonna check that out later, by the way. So I like that elevated the adult side of the story for me, because I had some reservations that it was just going to be the spy story only and not connected back somehow to the kids. And I didn't think that made any kind of effing sense at all. It very clearly is going to connect back to what's going on with these kids. And I think the pacing of the show, the theme of the show, the style and substance of the show is still going to be F them kids going forward, because both of them kids this episode, they walked away, but they walked away scarred. Both of them girls, believe that.
Yes.
All right, you're going to do most of the readouts tonight, dude. My throat's kind of jacked up from the cold.
All right.
The business.
They also have the military going after Pennywise, kind of like in Dreamcatchers had the military after the aliens. The book just took place in Derry with the graffiti reading Pennywise Lives.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, they are
making these connections, and I think that's good. I hope, though, I'll say this. I don't need them to go the King's back. I don't need them to go full on shared universe with like everything the guy's ever written. Like, I don't need 57 connections to like The Stand. They don't need to reference the events of Misery or Pet Cemetery. Like, pick a couple, flesh out the stuff that makes sense to this particular story, and roll out. You know
I think it's trying to have bigger ties into bigger stuff in there, because one of the things that they're looking for in this is to turn Pennywise into a weapon for the military. Just like they were trying to use the aliens as weapons for the military. And I believe that this is going to tie in a lot bigger into the bigger universe. I mean, you did see ties in his books throughout it. Like 11/22/73 references Derry and the events that happen in Derry. Now, the It book takes place in a different time frame than the movie universe. The books take place in 1950-ish. I think 57 is when the original It book is for the kids part of it is placed. So
the present day was the 80s, right? That's what
you were
saying before.
1989 is where they placed the kids version of it in the movies. So in 11/22/63, Danny, who goes back in time to 1958 and then stays in the past to try to stop the Kennedy assassination on 11/22/63. On his way to Texas, he goes through Derry and he meets Beverly.
Oh,
and he has a conversation with Beverly.
There are some connections.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm interested, like I said, to see the connective tissue, but I don't need it to be the focal point of the show. I think that they're building something interesting here with they subverted in a good way. I hate the expression, but I'm going to give them credit. They subverted expectations early by starting with Temu version Losers Club and then killing 3 of them right away.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like, you're on notice now that we're going to give you some Game of Thrones stuff. And I think we're good from here on, though. I don't think anybody else, I don't think either any of the kids that are left are going to meet any kind of mortal peril going forward. I think they got that out of their system because you can't eliminate all the kids on the cast. It's still a show about the coming of the age stuff, the feeling like the outsider looking in. We get that with the new character that met up with the Air Force captain's son. I can't remember any of the characters' names yet. I apologize. The kid that he was eating lunch with in the hallway. So we do have a new character coming, a couple new characters coming in.
The kid is Will Hanlon. If the name sounds familiar, Will Hanlon is the father of Mike Hanlon from the It movie. Which makes sense because if you look at who Will Hanlon is, he is like the science guy, the guy who tries to study everything really into space with the telescope. So it would make sense that Will would stay in Derry to keep investigating the It phenomenon. All right, Scary Movie Sits will have a scene where Officer Doofy,
because this is a scary movie, not Scream.
Officer Doofy is lured to a sewer by Pennywise with ice cream. Dewey then blasts him with a poop because of his lactose intolerance.
And then welcome to Derry. Derry. You see what you did there?
Yeah, Derry.
Travis should just write them a couple of jokes and submit them. You know what I mean? That might actually work for Scary Movie. But these kids so far, I think they're doing the trauma thing in a way that so far for me has worked better than what these kids got in the movies outside of, I think, Beverly and Michael, the kid who lost his brother, right? We get two very graphic scenes in this episode.
Yes, we do.
That really break these two girls down. And I thought both of them hit it out of the park with like their reactions to obviously acting against a lot of CG green screen kind of stuff, especially the daughter of the movie projectionist. Like that scene went on for like an hour and a half, and I was like gripped to the edge of my seat. And I'm like, dude, how is this? Like, how does she get out of this? How does she get out of this? And then you realize he's just basting, building the fear.
Yep. So the two kids who died before, one of their names is Teddy Uris. He is the uncle of Stanley Uris, who's also part of the Losers Club.
Yep.
There's a huge tie-in, like everywhere you look. There's little hints at the movie, like little tie-ins to the movie.
A possibility. It's a possibility. They could be sitting on it.
So they've already hinted at Beverly's dad in the show. If you go back to episode 1, when they're pulled into the bathroom, when what's her name? Who's the friend's name? Margie.
Barb. Margie. I'm calling her fake Barb.
She's not Barb. I got a theory for her. So when Margie pulls in Lily to the bathroom, on the stall, there's a heart with a name in the middle. The name is was it Alvin Marsh, who is Beverly's dad.
Beverly's father. All right. Cool. Good catch, dude. Good catch. I'd be down for that. Travis says the concept of Pennywise corrupting a kid to be a future creep toward children is on side, which is why it's perfect for this show. Because if you haven't watched it yet, I think one of the things they're playing right is it seems like they're containing the urge to overspend for most of the episode and sitting on it until a couple of banger scenes need to happen, and then they go all out, and then they just absolutely take their shot, and then they move right back on. They build the tension, slap you with it, and then move right on to the next piece of pushing the plot forward. You know, so I think every episode, I would write this down. Like every episode, mark my words, is going to have those two scenes. There's not going to be any filler. I can feel it. I feel the vibe. No filler episode coming through. No side quest is coming on the show.
No flashback, because this is a flashback.
Yep. And that's the thing. I think they're not going to bother us with the flashback to like Derry is a mining town in 1830. I just don't. What do we gain from that story? Like I wouldn't care to see that. And I think they know.
Well, we're going to get that, but I'm going to explain that in a second. And it's not going to be in this season.
We're going to get that. We're going to get that. Oh, I was going to say when the kids go to the library and look it up or something, but like it's not going to be a whole episode flashback diversion. It's not Disney Plus, dude. Both of the shows we're watching this week are not Disney Plus shows.
No.
And it shows because they're both better. They're both better.
Yes.
Like across the board.
So
excuse me, guys.
With the
lay it on me, dude. Lay it on me. I got to stop talking for a minute. I'm going to die.
Come on. All right. So here's
Derry.
another big one. I went down a huge rabbit hole doing research.
I can tell you're geeked up and leaning forward here.
All right, so Lily, the one who has the mental issues, and we saw her dropped off at the institution.
Broke my heart.
We believe in a few fan theories going out there that is Bev's mom. And because she changes her name because of her past and everything known about her, she's Beverly's mom, who you find out in it that she kills herself, which would go with her mental struggles and everything she's been through. So
the
a lot of
trauma
people
dump that is her life. Hell yeah.
Yeah, believes that she is Beverly's mother. So her and Alvin Marsh are to get
Beverly's
together.
Parents. I can see that. I can see that.
My big theory here is about Big Marge here. Big Marge is a construct of Pennywise learning the kids. That's why she's so sick on getting connected. She's not the real Marge that was Lily's friend.
Okay. To be clear, I thought you were saying figment of his ability to make people see things. I'm like, I don't know. I think there was a real version of this girl at one point because everybody in the school interacts with her.
Yeah, but
so she's not just something Lily is seeing.
Yeah,
okay,
she's not the real Marge, but it's actually Pennywise infiltrating the school to learn more about their fears.
I can see that. But I would throw a challenge flag on it only for this reason. We've seen her react like a teenage girl would when she's trying to get that kind of infiltration into the clique, but she goes too far. And then Captain of the Mean Girl turns on. She's like, "Didn't you wear that sweater yesterday?" Like there was that one line really stuck out. And I'm like, oh, because she thought she was getting in. She was making inroads. And then the boss bitch was like, "Blah, nah." You know what I mean? Stay in your lane kind of thing. But that's an interesting theory, though. I love Reddit theories. Sometimes that they're fun. I don't mind going down the rabbit hole on those things, but I think the rabbit holes are fun. Kind of tight.
I'm having a good time with the rabbit holes with this show. I think it's going to be great. So what I mean by we're going to see it as a mining town, season 2 will be 27 years before this. It's generally going to keep going backwards 27 years until Pennywise showed up when he is just it before he becomes Pennywise the Clown.
The dancing clown at the carnival, at the traveling road show. Yeah, I could see that. I can see that.
Because it even spoiler alerts for those who haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
Keep it light. Don't go crazy.
What they find at the end of the episode ties into the movie of what happens 27 years before.
Yes. So I think you might be onto something there. And like we know about HBO, right? What we don't know about HBO is we typically don't have numbers early to tell you how many people are watching. But I think the Rotten Tomatoes and the IMDb's and all those things are reflecting positive feedback. I know a couple of people at work that typically don't watch streaming crap who are into like horror books. Dude, not bad. I'll take it. I will take it. Flip over to Top Critics though. Let's see what the top, or unless that's an image. If that's the actual site, that'd be cool.
That's an image.
Okay, never mind. People are talking about the show, which is a good sign. And because it's doing week to week, if it takes off a little bit, it's going to become appointment viewing, and it's not going to be content dump and people move on, or I'm going to wait till I'm on vacation to watch it all 3 weeks after it came out. Just had that big discussion with my stepdaughter the other day. She was talking about Stranger Things and waiting until it's all out. I'm like, I mean, you could. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna watch it in the segments when it drops.
Yeah,
it's more fun that way. The only other character I wanted to mention before we dip over to the next show is the chief of Top Critics is 59. Really? Morons. Anyway, the police chief. Did you catch his name? Oh, hold up. Travis says it chapter 2 felt like a COVID movie before. Yeah. Yep. Agreed. And that's why it's not regarded nearly as favorably as the first movie, which I think was almost across the board. People enjoyed that. Did you catch the name of the police chief?
No, I did not.
Chief Bowers. If I'm not mistaken, that's the bully from It's grandfather.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yep, it is the bully.
I believe his father. It would have to be his grandfather, because in the It movie, which takes place later, his father is just a cop.
Yeah.
As a younger man. So I just wanted to point out that name also. I got one. All right. I paid attention. Woo! That's what I do.